Another day driving to work. Alrighty then. So I'm gonna talk about. So in these videos that I'm making, I'm talking about things that basically I wish I knew when I was. It sounds very ugly, but like when I was an average player. Basically when I was going to locals and maybe topping every 5 locals, I'll maybe top. Forget about winning. Maybe top. Regionals, I would go and I would be the buy. When I was average, I got little red light. I got 1 regional top, but like a top doesn't really mean anything, and it was a small regional anyway. I think I got like 16th, but whatever, top 16, which is really, everyone could do that. But I feel like if these videos that I'm making right now, if I saw them back in the day, I would overnight get better. So in this video, I want to talk about playing cards for time. So this is a very like touchy subject because you could easily fall into the category of like, oh, you're playing cards for time, for slow playing or stuff like that, which personally, the way I view it is that when you walk into an event, it's a scenario that will happen. Like, it's very hard for it not to happen at all in a whole, like in 9 rounds, right? First of all, you don't know who you're playing against. You don't know, like, what deck. Maybe they're playing like a rogue deck that you don't know what it does or whatever, right? Or maybe they're playing foreign cards and you have to read all their foreign cards because you don't know what their deck does. You know, it happens. It's part of the game. So this is a situation. If I'm going into a tournament and I know this is a situation that will come up, why would I not prepare for it? I feel like it's a little stupid not to prepare for it. We saw this come up with the rise of Spooky Dogwood. If you saw, there was like a point in time, I think it was with like tier elements when they were like tier 0. Everyone was playing Spooky because, I don't know, some pro player said it was good, then everyone started playing Spooky Dogwood. And then even after tier format, people still kept playing Spooky Dogwood. And even in the most recent YCS, which was like Unchained meta, people still play Spooky Dogwood. I think that's because, not because it's like good in the format, but I think people that played the card realized that they were getting so many free wins just because they were over prepared. They were more prepared than their opponent. So most YCS top deck lists or national top deck lists, they all play a card for time. We saw this with Sword Soul that won the Nationals. Well, he's playing Sword Soul, right? So he has that for time. But that's still, you know, if your deck could do it, then perfect. Then you don't have to side cards for it. But you know how like Dragon Link can play Scarlight. That's a good thing. I feel like if you're playing Dragon Link, that should be like an automatic card in your deck, just because it's a situation that can come up. I'm pretty sure it will come up. Like almost everyone, when they go into a regional, they go into a nationals, they go into time. Like, it just so happens. And the most annoying thing I hear every time, I feel like I hear this all day from hundreds of people. They go up to their friends and they're like, yo, I would have won, but you know, I lost in time. If there was like 3 minutes left, if I just had a battle phase, I could have won. Or how many, like, I'm pretty sure that's happened to you. I know it's happened to me where I could have won, yeah, if I had a battle phase. But what if I had a resource in the extra deck that could win in time? For example, like people that play Runic, I find no reason. It's a singular card. It's 1 card in your side deck, the Moonin, that increases your life points by 1,000. Why would you not play that card? And I've seen so many Runic deck lists that don't play that card. I feel like it's a singular card, and it makes all your Runic cards a card that wins in time. Why would you not do that? Another thing is, slow playing does exist, and then like by the time you call the judge, by the time, you know, all that Mickey Mouse stuff gets sorted, you could probably lose. It's happened to me many times. I know it's happened to the majority of Yu-Gi-Oh players, that, you know, their opponent was like playing a little slower, or there was a minute left and they dragged out their turn. You know, it could be cheating, but if they're making legal actions, it's really not cheating, right? So obviously I don't encourage slow playing, but you should be prepared if your opponent slow plays. Mind you, like once it gets to like the late rounds of a YCS or a regional, like the really late rounds, people will, I feel like you're not even playing Yu-Gi-Oh anymore, by the way. I feel like you're just playing the clock, and you're playing the person, and you're playing, there's so many factors that it's not even the cards, which is kind of crazy. So play cards for time. You'll win 1 to 2 more games in your next event.